Hey guys, I thought I'd do a knife review. Yeah, just something different. And I know you're probably hoping it's for this beautiful girl, but nope, you're still gonna have to wait for that one. That was a long way coming. I love it so far. Not the sheath though. Really don't like the sheath, it kind of sucks. But what I am going to review today are my Opinels. Although I do have another one or two not here today. Other than this, I do own the number 2, which is that long when it's folded. It's just tiny. This here is the number 10. Now they go up in scale. They're pretty much all the exact same design. See, here's the number 12. So whatever size you want, pretty much you can have it, just going up from 1 to 12. They do, however, make a number 13. Now that's a knife. Oh, no, that's a very me knife. That's, yeah. That's a pretty crazy folder. For comparison, I've got the copy of the Trailmaster. Look at that. So if I ever absolutely destroy this blade, I can go out and get another knockoff of a Trailmaster and, put that blade in this handle. It'll fit, it'll just need to be widened out through there. Though, honestly, this one, I don't think this was ever intended to really be used. I think this was a joke, to be honest. It's kind of like those giant Victorinoxes that are like, your Swiss Army knife that's about that long and robotic. Or, just the giant ones that with plastic knives and stuff on them. Honestly, I do not believe this was ever intended for real use, but it's definitely a collectible. I mean, if you're into folding knives, pulling out one that big, that'll turn some heads. But sadly, it doesn't come in. I couldn't find this baby number 13 in carbon steel. And if I was really going to use it, I'd want it in carbon steel. I'd have to sharpen it because it hasn't got the best edge on it, because I think it was just for show. And I would want this locking mechanism strengthened. See, benefit to the Opinels that I really like is their locking mechanism. Instead of having moving parts all through it and hidden, you unfold it, hold that blade in place, you rotate a piece of steel to block it so it can't close. That gives me a bit more of a sense of security. I know there's a lot of knives on the market, like some of the ones that Cold Steel make, that have got really strong locking mechanisms, but I don't know. You have to actually physically lock that in place yourself, so it's just peace of mind. And these knives with the carbon steel are absolutely wonderful. My only complaint with them is that they're folders, because I'm not really a folding knife guy. And some people refer to the Opinel as being like a folding equivalent of a Mora, because they're both really cheap, they're really high quality, but I don't know. Kind of prefer this kind of a blade. It's closer to a full flat grind, but it's just, that's just being pedantic. They're really good value for money. They're a carbon steel blade, and they're just wonderful. They take an edge beautifully, and they keep it, depending on how well you polish the blade, polish the edge. But as far as just a cheap, high quality utility knife, kind of hard to go wrong. Now, if you're doing something like, if you're, whatever you're using your knife for, requires it that it's going to be getting wet, say, for processing game and stuff, I would not go for one of these in carbon steel. If it's going to be getting wet a lot, with blood and stuff, or handling food, I'd definitely go with stainless. Although, to be honest, if it's handling blood and food and stuff, I don't want a folder, because if you get blood and stuff on the inside of your folding knife, it's just going to fester and rot and get all nasty. Which brings me to another point with these. When you oil them, and you've got oil on the blade because they're carbon steel, leave them open somewhere where they're not going to get bumped or you're not going to cut yourself on them. Like, put them up somewhere out of reach and out of the way with the blade out. Because if you, and just leave it for a while for the oil and stuff to help it patina, give it a day or two before you're going to pack it away. Because if you close this with oil all over the blade, it's going to soak into the wood and it's going to be a real pain to open. I frequently have to open these with a pair of pliers. You know, when I brought this out today, it just would not open. Although, as soon as I finally got it moving again, it's fine. Something you can do to help with that, I found, is just take a little needle file and just, you know, wear out that groove, give it more room to move. But other than that, there's really not much to complain about with these knives. They're absolutely beautiful. So if you're looking for a pretty good value for money and a carbon steel blade for a folding knife, can be, well, this might be something you'd like to look into. This one here is this one here is number 12. It's what I typically carry if I'm carrying a folding knife. In fact, it's normally I'll take a fixed blade, but if I'm taking a folding knife, it's most definitely going to be this one or the number 10. Though I do prefer 12 because I am just basically used to bigger handles. Oh well, I've been rambling for too long, so see you next time.